Evening, everyone. Evening, everyone. Oh, hold on. This isn't the Minecraft capture. Wait for it. There it is. There it is. Everyone, hello. Goodest evening. Goodest evening. I don't have a manual for turning down the volume on Pretzel Rocks. So it's going to take a little bit to get accustomed to all the different things. Making sure, okay, you're up. Those guys are good. Those guys are... How's everybody tonight? It's been a little bit since we've been here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Also, I think I fixed my webcam. It now comes back at the right zoom level every time. I have no idea how. I was just like monkeying about with it. Poof, it remembers stuff. Welcome. Welcome. And enjoy the nice new music that we have. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, or anything like that. Also, hello Sonic. How's it going? You've been mentioning the broken. How have you been? How have been your bends? Hold on. Also gotta reach for my speed pad 1 sec. That was a bit of a reach. There we go. I think it's tucked under a crate. My gigantic tower, this thing is massive. It comes almost up to my hip. Sits on top of a couple of Hobby Lobby crates. They were $9 and there's 2 of them. But I can stuff all my peripherals in there and it's great. It's absolutely great. You totally eat chlorine. Welcome. Welcome. So I don't know if Pretzel Rocks does any form of a request feature, but you'd also have to know songs on their label in order to be able to fire them on in. I do believe that as time goes on and we enjoy tracks, if we like tracks, I can actually hit a cute little like button and it'll form a playlist for me out of stuff that we like. No more SR. Sadly, it was not really the best feature from an art standpoint. I don't really own the copyright for that. And it's interesting because I worked for a company where I talked copyright to people on a very regular basis about it. So, a very regular basis, I had to talk to people about their copyright use and stuff. And so it was something that I knew was going to come up eventually anyway. Went full to YouTube about music. Well, to be honest, the DMCA came down on Twitch. Twitch hasn't changed their guidelines. Their guidelines have always been the same, and it's just to protect their butts. But it makes sense to protect their butts. The company I worked for did the same. They offered licensing, and the licensing was not necessarily cheap. But some places decided to go against it. We even had copies of the email where they forego it. And about 1.5 years goes by, they get danged. So yeah. Also, I realized I sit a little bit close to my cam, I suppose. And a little bit, like, far down. I don't know if anybody has noticed, but I am almost beard free. I had to give me a good old chop. The mask that I wear is not cool, right? Like, it lets a whole bunch of my beard stick out. So I'm sitting there stuffing my beard inside. So I had to get rid of it. I just couldn't do that anymore. The DMCA are trying to say people who only watch us because of our music taste, and it's insulting. I did trim it duct tape. I figured that you might... Yeah, I would let you know. But yeah, Naku, the DMCA are definitely trying to... So that was, like... The company that I work for, they sold a music solution that was intended to be background. That meant that, like, what I'm doing right now, where music is background, the game and myself are foreground. But what people were doing is buying the background license and then advertising us and saying, come on in, we can play any playlist. And that sort of thing. And I kid you not, that's all it takes to break your license. You're now no longer using us as background. So, you know, using YouTube was fun. I won't say it wasn't fun. But I even had to get rid of my alerts, right? Like, I didn't give Katy Perry any money to use her firework. I definitely have not talked to Ben Gibbard about his use of Death Cab for Cutie. So, you know, massive changes here at the Freak Show, I suppose. And yeah, in the trim. It's a little pointy too. When I get rid of the 70s hair, the really friggin' 70s hair that I've got going on, that 70s hair, I'm gonna give the beard a proper trim because, like, it's super long in the front still because I only know how to, like, a little bit of scissors it and stuff like that. There are song groups you can rent a license for, but none of them are good. That's the thing. So like there's the three majors, the three major labels that usually come together and say, hey, none of mine. And then there was always a fourth label that most people didn't really care about. They were rare to send out a DMCA claim. But they had a lot of like, obviously not underground hip hop, but like they had some pretty unique stuff. In a way, it was similar to Monster Cat, like how Monster Cat has some pretty cool stuff on it. So Pretzel Rocks will let me, if I want, I can pick up a $2 a month license thing to get the little bot to leave our channel. Well, I guess the bot's on that side for you guys. Is it over on that side for you guys? But I mean, it's a Spotify link, I think, if you want to buy the song, you know. So I'm actually, that's way better than the YouTube version where half the time it wasn't even the official song. You know, it's just whatever version I could find that was better quality than what they put out as the official. You know, so F's in the chat for those people. We weren't even getting the attrition from my set. And so far, like, this is a boatload of, like, EDM, and we actually heard kind of some sad country the other night. I was piping this through Discord. Me and Duct Tape were giving it some preview. We heard some weird, like, sort of almost sad country for a little bit there. It was kind of nice, but, you know. But yeah, like, the fourth major record label was one of the ones that you could get the license from in the States for stuff, but literally it's like maybe 4% of the library, right? Like it was just nuts. There are awesome self-published groups that allow music use, Game Shops, Monster Cat, yeah, Black Mages, other than I don't remember. So like right now, the reason we're previewing Pretzel Rocks is that when I started streaming, I looked at Pretzel Rocks and I tested them out. And some of these songs are only about a minute long, and some of them are up to 7 minutes long. But every time there's a song change, Pretzel Rocks will put, it'll put a notice. And when I was brand new and legit, I mean, nobody's watching you when you're brand new. I wasn't even advertising. I was out here. It was filling my chat, and I thought, okay, that's gonna be a too much of a distraction. But like, we chat now. We chat. We can easily talk over top of my Wedge bot, right? Like he doesn't do too bad. Did I get a choice to switch? Sort of a choice. Like I could have kept everything exactly as it was. But a streamer that I watch, and I have for about 3 or 4 years now, he paid for an intro from an artist. Yeah, Wedge. He paid for an intro. He actually had them mix it into a 10-minute intro so that he had a 10-minute intro, and it was 3 songs blended beautifully together. And he got 2 different DMCA claims against it. And both times he was trying to appeal it. And so he eventually did, but it was a pain in the arse. And he's like, guys, I actually have documentation. I can even show it to you. But instead, they were telling him that he has to take it down. Right? And like, they just come out swinging. So it's handled on a very automated end on their end. And you have to jump through hoops on yours to stop it. So he eventually switched to, I think, a song that is absolutely free. So, I mean, they can't even have a claim against it. They can't just show up even as a bot. Sort of that. There's a choice to switch or get a takedown notice. So that's just it. And Alinity, we all know her. She is from Canada. So they're definitely not just American companies going after people streaming in America. They're going after people who stream on the American platform known as Twitch. So, like, we're talking people over in the UK are having to deal with. You know. And DMCA is just like, that's the Digital Millennium Certification Act. I don't remember. Anyway, but it's the claim that a company, you know, and Warner will do it for a movie clip. So if you have a movie clip alert, guys, you know, there we go. You have a alright chance that somebody might come in and say, nope, you can't do that. I literally don't know what to do in our map, today. We're gonna be building. We gotta be able to feed the sheep, right? So we have to get a hoe, and we gotta put in some like farmland and all sorts of stuff. I am abysmal at making farmland, so just bear with me while I kind of puzzle half through it. Good things. So far, like, I'm not minding the pretzel. I think this isn't too bad. Just check that spit. That's the one. That's the one. And so you're all right, say what you will. Yeah, she's not exactly anybody's favorite, but she's also not spared from this. You know, it's not like she has any sort of special powers. She also got a DMCA. As well, Just Dance streamers. I don't actually follow her, but I think it's Little Siha. She's a Just Dance champion, just absolutely amazing at it. But she streams during the day, and I'm never around for it. Anyway, she streams constant copyright music, but it's part of the game. But unfortunately, it's not enough part of the game. So, you know, I guess Grand Theft Auto is another one that's a bit of a challenge, though you can turn that music off. Some games you can't. There's just unlicensed music in some games. The game is licensed to use it. You're not licensed to broadcast it over your channel, right? Like it comes under some interesting, yeah, this button. Just some interesting laws, and so. Oh, I did make a hoe last time. I made a stone one, didn't I? I made me a stone hoe. Let's go see if we can put in... I don't remember even how to make farmland. Though the cat did nothing. She's a showboater to a degree. So I don't believe that she got very many nice comments for it from most people, but... So we have to have water beside our stuff, right? So I should probably dig, like... What do you do? You dig like a trench and then you put planks around it or something like that. The next step is suing anyone that buys a copy of a CD and then there are more than one person in their house. Right? Right? Naku knows. Naku knows. Get it above the diorite. No way, man. Diorite is king. Right now. And then I'm gonna try about maybe putting like right, we'll do that, and then we'll put water in each of the channels. This will be okay. I didn't even bring my buckets. What am I even doing? It's so dumb they don't realize that game companies are gonna stop using their music because of this. Since there'll be less people streaming the game because of copyright issues. So at this point, labels are still interested in individual sales because the individual sale of a CD leads to a concert, leads to merch, leads to more sales, leads to more albums, that sort of thing, or contracts. So the ability to play on the radio, the ability to play in, oh yeah, trapdoors, jeez. You know, I don't do that. I just use planks because they're big. And I had like 30, 40 of them. Well, what they're missing out on, I personally think, is individual licensing to people like who stream Twitch. I think that would be the next level contract, the micro contract. Because I only use music for 2+ hours a night, but I was offering song requests, which, if everybody remembers from the previous conversation, sucks the background licensing right out of that, and I have to go all the way up to foreground. So I would have lost, like, not only was I using music that I was not supposed to use, but I was allowing y'alls to have at what I play. So that made it a major feature. Well, I was breaking all sorts of... I knew that. So, like, you know, in a way, I'm embracing this, hopefully hoping that a lot of other people do as well. Because I'm sort of with Duct Tape on that there'll be less people streaming the game because of copyright than... So Bungie just now came out with a statement that said all of our game music is free and available for you to use as creators. Have the frig at. They legit just kind of like came forth to be like, we don't want to... Like, we want to be clear on this. And I think that's really cool. I think that's all right for a company to want to help out in, you know, such a situation. Why am I even carrying that? I don't need the andesite either. We got you and you. I've been tossing the cobblestone. Song is popular. Yes, people like it. Yes, people all should be able to listen to it. You want me to listen to the music? No. Not gonna lie, Bungie has been doing some pretty good things lately. Oh, I gotta say it out loud. It's ever since they left Activision. Activision was a great ladder rung, but they stayed a little too long, and it almost dropped them off a cliff. They were having some big time issues, And I think ever since they managed to sever entirely, I think they've been Activision. Is that what I... Yeah. And just like, well, just like absolute... Like, I don't know. I really wish that they hadn't thrown my World of Warcraft company at them. Because I really liked some of the direction that Blizzard was going for quite a while there, but... So yeah, I've been interested in Destiny for a while, but I don't know enough about it. I don't know anything about it, and it looks like Trex is huge for it. So I wouldn't mind finding out more. s01e02 Sonic. I wouldn't mind finding out more, because if Trex is loving it, and I think maybe Gears had mentioned it, I cannot stream that game. My system doesn't handle it. But I would be all about taking a look and just playing it off stream. It looks like a lit title. Like, it really does. I like it. So... Is that enough to stabilize it all the way across? What do you think? Almost. Hey, that's good enough by me. This one or this one or this one or this one? This one? Beauty. Can I trapdoor the top of these? Is that actually a thing? Because like, I don't mind that I can stand up on there. That doesn't bother me. As long as I just don't see the water. We'll do this for now. I might try the trapdoor solution though. Alright. Right. And what is it? It's 3, right? It's 3, 3, 3. This is great. How to make a source block for... I don't. Like, cause I made 5 source blocks. Kelp? I can use kelp, right? And I've got boatloads of it. Noob. I don't know if I want to... This is such a nice hill. I was going to actually continue this along, but I don't think I'm going to bother. But I might... I wish that my square was lining... Like, notice how you don't get the radical square when I point at stuff? I do on some things. It's on, like, certain angles. It does work. Oh, it's not working at all today. Yeah, I don't get the black outline anymore. I don't think Optifine offers it. Yeah, maybe I can just go 3. If you dig out a 3 square trench and put a bucket of water on each end, the block in the middle will be a source block. Oh, and then you can just grab from that. Ah, that sounds all kinds of clever. Or a 2x2. Yeah, I often, ooh, can I get down here nicely? I jump into my, my custom realm all the time and test crap like that out. I kind of play this as survival Minecraft and I love it. Oosh. That's why I have a bunch of buckets. Use lily pads around the farm. Hey. I find that I can just, you know, every other and it helps out. And then you get to the end one and you got to put an extra one. If there was, whoops, there's my buckets. If there was an additional, then I could still just do the every other, and that's okay. And then to Sonic's chagrin, we're going to use slabs again. Oh, I guess we're going to put that one right there then. There, beautiful. Yeah, it's nice. Lily pads are your enemy now. Rammed in the face while gliding. What? Flying? Seriously? That sounds painful. Terribly so. There we go. Now, I don't remember. Is it sheeps and pigs that eat the same things? I kind of only want to have 2 animals over here if I can help it. I don't even have things to plant. I don't even remember. Will they both eat carrots? Do I even have carrots? I guess I can go all the way home and get some food. Sheep and cow? Because I have sheep. I don't know if I have cattle here. And they'll both eat wheat? They both eat wheat. You lost all your precious 52 levels. Yeah, I have a clip of me crashing into my castle in the medieval realm. They both eat wheat. That is fantastic. I think that I have boatloads of wheat. Oh, maybe I said screw that and didn't keep it, because screw that and I don't keep it. That's okay. I'm sure we have... Can't remember me ramming into the castle. Yeah, Logan showed up. She was like, hey, and I was like, hey. And I died. There we go. We'll just go around and we'll collect. Ominous that there's a whole bunch of... And then a block of dirt. I feel like there's lava under that. That's like my motif, right? Just get a couple at least so that we can start growing them. And, you know, grass. Doom. Nothing. 5 seconds after getting the electric. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. A sheep in the water? Yeah, there's a sheep that keeps getting stuck over here. I've tried to let him out a few times, but he gets stuck. You can like push. Come on. This way. This way. This way. This way. If you can get him past this current. Right. Can you get up there? Oh, geez. And then there's a creeper. There. Can you get up there? There we go. Yeah, he's frequently in the water. There's not much I can do about him. Ooh, and he's in the water, so this is okay. There we go. That's not too bad. Beautiful. I got desensitized to creepers on my Minecraft realm. Jeez. Water sheep. Don't give him magma blocks. Don't. Water sheep, not smart sheep. Yeah, well, and he'll be there tomorrow again. I don't know. He kind of comes and goes. What was they? What was I even doing? So okay, we gotta get. Do I have one wheat seed after. Oh, okay, jeepers. One wheat seed after all that. I probably have like. Anybody want to guess just how many I have in the other house? Probably a quarter of a box. Like a quarter of a really big. Here we go. 10,000. Close. I bet he smells horrible. Super waterlogged. That's amazing. Tragedy will strike if you give water sheep magma blocks. I will try not to do that. Or maybe I'll make that a channel points thing. I think I connected these together so we bypass house number 2. So everybody wave to this portal as we say Nopeville to stopping. We're going to go all the way home. House number 2 is just, it's terrible. I don't even want to go there. We'll eventually do something like that. Binary Sage! Welcome. Welcome, Serge. How's it going? How's it going? How is it going? We nice and arrive. Let's go home and get some wheat seeds. Don't push magma blocks into water sheep. Whoa. Well, I guess we'll probably have to sleep now that we're here. Inward, inward, upward. Is it close enough? Can we sleep yet? Oh, it is. I even have my lantern block here. Thank you for the emotes. I love that we have Fs in the chat. Yeah, weird stuff in the boxes here. Including buried treasure maps for places I can't even remember where to go. This is my first ever house, though, so, like, we don't expect it to have you know, the best things. Here? Yeah. What do you think? Who had all the wheat seeds? Was that, did anybody have that on their bingo card? Ooh, also, we'll take some more leads. We'll take a bunch more leads. We could use those. Oh, and I had kelp here. Jeez. We also have wheat. It's better than your house. It's a multi-level prison looking thing. I don't know. It has like 6 doors. Come on. Like including the roof access. Roof access is one of my favorites. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And then this is eventually gonna, you know, do something much better than this. I kind of collided with this and I got a little bit, I'm not just sure what else to do with it. Well, now that we have our wheat seeds, I don't think wheat, not seeds. No, I have to grow them, right? I have to grow them. I'll eventually feed them. I'm not worried about feeding them right now. Oh, and the water, was there still water in the middle or did I take that out? I can't remember. What is even what? What? Water in the bottom of the lake? You live in a hole in the bottom of the lake? Whoa. See you soon, Sonic. I stopped getting attacked here in the nether, but I was going to be covering this entirely. I was getting attacked so frequently. I was replacing track every time I came down here. I kept having to put up cobblestone shields. Hello. Song requests are not on. Do I have the button for it? I do. Oh, I would, except for that hold on, my stream deck keeps dying. Give me a sec. Let's kill that. There we go. It'll return. They have left life. Yeah. Hey, stop taking over my computer. There. I think that's all still good. No, go like this. Okay, that's good. Do I have the chats? Do I have the chats? Hey, cool. I still have chats. I have to restart my stream deck semi-frequently these days. That was not the case when I got it. Wonder if there's a firmware update or anything like that. And does DMCA not work? Am I not saying that right? Really? Oh, did I make that a... Hold on. I probably made that a offline only command. Give me a sec. Yeah, so I guess if we do SR, that does it. None of the commands are working? Maybe none of the commands are working for me? Let's see. DMCA, yeah. Oh boy, howdy. Somewhere along the way, my bots all died. I'm opening up ground control for a sec. Yeah, most of my beard is gone too. We have all sorts of changes. Let's mark all of these as red. Yeah, let's do it. That stuff's all working. Is serious? Okay, so those emotes go through, but that command does not? Wow. I don't know what stops chat commands from going through. Well, we're flying all sorts of solo tonight. We don't have anything, any sort of assistance from our bots. Hey, is Wedge looking to fight? Hold on, Wedge. He's gone. Guys, I don't know where Wedge went. And I don't know why closed captioning just thought I said God. I said guys. Guys. Alright, well, there we go. Half my beard's missing. We don't have song requests. We're scared of DMCA takedowns. And we're embracing the new. I also have new alerts. I'm going to show those off in just a sec. Hold on. Ah, jeebus. Whoosh. Yeah, all the things died today. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. But yeah, when we get a new follower, this is what it'll be like. Hold on. There we go. So there, we get like Not songs. Welcome, newbie cat. Welcome. Welcome. I probably should have tested. We had Wedge earlier, though. What the heck fire happened? When was the last time that Wedge was talking? Wedge was saying stuff like... What have we been on? 34 minutes? Yeah, Wedge was here at 10:11 when Sonic ran the F's command. You know? Naku and the newbie. So yeah, if we do another F's... Is he just sleeping? Guys, I don't know what happened to Wedge. This happened like 2 months ago and Wedge took like a 2-week break. I don't really know. Pro Strummer, everybody. Pro Strum. Let's go plant some friggin' wheat. Feel like that we're doing something today. Yeah. Yeah, Wedge got COVID. That's it. He's self-isolating. He's doing nice for the rest of us. No, you used to have to run a specific program that could not be minimized. It had to just sit in the background. And all it did was provide the same activity feed that I get anyway. I see it over here. In the exact same activity feed. But this separate program had its own permission set that was required for running your mod. That being said, it didn't change anything when I popped it up. Wedge is still dead. And this happened before too. Like I actually had to restart. Like frig, I don't even know what. I don't even remember what I had to restart. Probably OBS, which would take down my live channel for now. I'm not doing that. However, Pretzel Rock still has administrative control. They get mad if it doesn't, if he's not able to send through. So I don't know if there's ever a glitch that prevents Pretzel from being able to broadcast. Princess crossed by abstraction, right? Oh, come on. This just sounds okay. So there. Well, we got our like farm thing going on here. You know. Then we'll put like sheep on this side. And we'll do cows over here. Assuming I can find cows. I don't think I'm dragging one through the nether. I know I saw piggies and llamas. I do not know if I've got oh, and I've got chickens? I've got chickens too. I could do chickens, right? They eat seed or something, don't they? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, I thought I saw cows there. So like Arctic cows? Can I find like mountain cows up at the top? Llamas need hay bales. That sounds like work. That sounds like way more work than I've got going on. Yeah, I didn't actually consider, but cows might be scarce over here. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. It's very pastured looking over here. Hey, peeps, peeps, peeps. And there's 2. That's okay. That's okay. It's not very hospitable to drag them over all of this terrain, but I think they'll go. I just have to hope we don't drag them into the chasm. Woo! It's 2 moos. Moo-moos. 2 moo. Yeah, this is awesome. This is perfect. I had a little bit sleep depth there. This will be great. Oh, I've already lost them. This will be great. I'll bring them right up the mids here. And then the sheeps are already nice and close. This is grand. This is grand, everybody. We'll do it. Click. Do I have the... Yeah, I've got the leads on me. Well, we'll drag one back and we'll see. Oh yeah, and then there's holes in the ground that may or may not lead to chasms. Whoops. Poof. You, come here. And I've got pretty much every flower in the universe here. Ravines. It's a chasm. It's totally a chasm. Did you not play Mario? You don't fall in the ravine in Mario. This is a ravine. Come on in. You. You. And we're going to do the fun carpet trick of putting on the corner and all that to get in and out nice and easy. But for all intents and purposes. This way. This way. This way. What? This way. This way. Thank you. Whoosh. Learn Minecraft terminology. I will not. I will not. How long did it take me to not say neither? Right? Come on. I will not. It's not a ravine. It's totally a chasm. It's big too. I would assert that anything that doesn't go deep into the earth would be a ravine. But something that goes deep enough to have lava within sight, kind of a thing, you know. Whoa. Okay, I thought he just fell into the... Okay, come with me. Oh, yeah. Don't care if you have to spin to get on down. That's fine by me. If you have to... Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. I ate a little bit. I pretty much eat to keep my energy up so I can run. That's about it. There's only one viewer. Normally Wedge counts. I don't really worry about viewer count. Viewer count is... Oh, hi. Viewer count is not accurate. The tick rate, I'm not even sure what it is, but I'm sure at some points it just doesn't even bother to count ticks. There we go. So that gets us our 2 cows. We don't need to bother looking for others. We're gonna go get ourselves some sheps. All the way in. All the way in so that I don't have to... Okay, good stuff. Whew. Beautiful. Wedge has died. Well, and when like I said before, when this happened last time, it took a boatload of time to get him to come back. He was not particularly forthcoming with the hay. I do believe there was a chance I actually even had to reinitialize his status somewhere. Anyway. Yeah, Wedge is napping. Wedge is clever. This way. All the way through. All the way through. All the way through. Oh yeah, then that leaves that in there. I don't want to do that. Okay, you come on out. Okay, let's go sleep, and then we'll go get ourselves our... Should we go get water sheep? Which is sad because of the loss of my beard. Hey, he just took off. He's like, nope, I'm not following this guy anymore. That's terrible. Yeah, I wore, my wife made some very nice masks that have ties. Tie them up. That's awesome. Sadly, my beard just pokes clean out the bottom and it looked terrible. It was kind of tough to maintain. I want those little orbs inside you. Those ones, thank you. And how about you? Can I have some gunpowder? Do you have any gunpowder for sale? Do you have any gunpowder for sale? He does not have any gunpowder for sale. I managed to hit him. F's. Masks and beard don't match. No, and it's... I mean, I was doing okay for the first little bit, but... I didn't like the adjustment. I'm going to be like, I need to move this. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, you to here to here. So... But I also kind of thought, you know, I can grow it back. If we get there... If we get there... Oh, we didn't get... That's just like wild sheep. Where's water sheep? Is he doing okay? That could be water sheep. But so far, water sheep almost always makes his way back over here. No, I think we're doing okay. I think water sheep actually exited out this side and is probably either down in there or is hanging out wondering why am I not in a corral. Peace, Sonic! We will see you soon. Come on in this way. Grew a full beard. And now the fiancés won't. Oh, serious. That's nice. Okay, you didn't mean to have like all those. Okay, but also then move. You move. Scoot. There we go. Good stuff. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I can't picture you with full beard. That's terrific. Because like I think you and I only ever had like trim, scruffy facial hair back in the office. I was trying to rival McEwen. That man had a majestic beard. Guess we'll keep the leads all together. Buckets can all go in the same. You're a fan of beards? Yeah. I will point out Clarington is not the biggest fan of beards. It's not her facial choice, but she's also respectful of my choice, so she lets me have it. And she's pretty pleased to have it gone. I don't blame her. It's hit or miss for me, but the maintenance is awesome. The maintenance is awesome. Somewhere here I had... Yeah, right here. Story theme by abstraction. We've heard these guys a bunch of times. I'm not trying to miss them intentionally. That was hilarious. Metered almost. There we go. A little bit of a down. That's not too bad. I like my deck. This is fantastic. Takes me down to our little farm area. I should maybe make some bone meal and grow some fast wheat up here. And if anybody does know Pretzel Rocks, we can try out different playlists. This is chiptune. This is their video game instrument style something or other. So it's kind of fun. But if we want to try out one of the other ones, yeah, this place has an alright feel to it. I built this little like get down, so in a hurry you can just kind of head straight out here. So like it basically, what is this, like a Minecraft fire pole? And like it sounds like there's, it knows about the chasm, like that chasm. It knows about my basement in here, so when you hang out here, it gets all like aggro sounds. Anyway, my mother over a video call for dinner said that with my hair and beard after not getting cut since January, can play a homeless man in a movie. That's fantastic. I was starting to feel very rugged myself. It was kind of crazy. A glorious beard, great sense of humor, and some nice arms. I'm in heaven. I have small arms. Glorious Viking beard. And like, to be honest, I wanted to do something with the like, I wanted to do like a little bit of a rap or whatever to keep it, you know. And I don't know, I just kept not being able to, and I'm fine with it. We're making all sorts of changes out here at the OK Corral. I'm just loving hanging out in my realm right now. This is kind of alright. Well, I didn't like my third house because I didn't have any attachment to the area. So I'm just kind of like perusing it so that I get a feel for what I want to do, where I want to venture next. We're still looking for bamboo. I haven't found it in this realm yet. Those wraps suck. So much work. Right. Oh, like doing like something around so that you've got like a ponytail on your face. Okay, yeah. And I felt like that, like it would hurt. I don't know, you know? I'm just gonna sit in the corner and mope about loss of beard. A buddy of mine's wife was like that. Like he always had like less than what I've got now. And she really wanted him to grow full beard, so he was just like, I've never had that before. So he grew this like massive, glorious beard. And like it was bewildering at first, because like, holy crap, dude, you've never had that. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna drown before we get to find out what that is, but that looks kind of hype. Stay afloat for a sec. Let's go play some Subnautica down here. Tried the Viking thing, but nah, almost cut off your chin with a machete. So, like, wow. That's pretty deep. That's not bad. I used to have, in this realm, I used to have an enchantment on my boots that let me swim and breathe underwater for, well, not breathe underwater, but slow. And holy, I used to just do so much underwater stuff, but you like to rub your face on a nice beard. Mine was getting a little bit Brillo patty. It was a little bit, I don't know. It was a little bit, I don't know. So I'm enjoying it, but it's a bit coarse even for my liking. Okay, I live in that direction. I'm just checking about over here. Oh, vine. Okay, guys. Vine and bamboo are the two things on my list. Okay. I want to say we live over this way, right? Okay. Stroke your beard while riding on public transit. It creeps people out. It's just like... That's amazing. Oh, perfect. Okay, guys. I did not know we were this close to vine. That's awesome. Going home to get me shears. Let's go get some vine. Let's drag some drowners back with us. Let a low evil laugh. That's amazing. Something like that. Just like something like that. You gotta love these stairs. There's a there, I fixed it for you right there. There we go. Somewhere around like this. It's better when I also laugh like my tiny room. Just need one of those fans or whatever they're called. Amazing. Amazing. Alright, let's see. Shears we were after. Okay. Yes. Yes. We don't need you. I don't know why I'm carrying a minecart. Keep it right here. Oh. And it's funny, when I was in high school, I had a bit of facial hair, just about this with the mustache to go with it, just that. Didn't grow anything on the side either, so that was like kind of my standard. And then for a portion of my 20s, I want to say like 22 to 24, I rocked the chin strap, just the really skinny around, that kind of thing. And then for a short while, I actually, you know, the width of like a head trimmer, just like a standard issue wall head trimmer, that sort of thing. I would shave that up the middle, so I had the chin strap just on either side, just like almost like mutton chops, but not. So like I've had a couple of different like beard ones, but this is 5 times longer than any beard I'd ever grown. So yeah, that was lots of fun. I was glad to have done it. I've had like 30 different hairstyles, so I might as well have like 5 or 8 different beard styles, right? So there's a reason no one sat next to you on a 45-minute bus ride for college for 6 years. Extreme muttons. So like, yeah, I really liked that, you know, it would just kind of almost go straight down just a little bit. So like, it was kind of not too bad. Kind of messed up shaving a few times and had to just have a clean shave. Look 12 without a beard. No, I can imagine. I will go back to getting carded for like walking by the liquor store. It'll be awesome. Little boy, should you even be in this neighborhood? Yeah, that's fantastic. My favorite is that I have to actually convince people it's my ID. I have to like let them know about some of the shows that I watched in the 90s. And I'm like, yeah, but I was like in my teens then. Like, okay, I was testing you. Stuff like that. It's fantastic. Like the one lady, she's got kids my age, but she's just like, there's no way. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. All right, so we're gonna head back. We've got our shears. We have all the things. Seriously, it was like just out here this whole time. Just putting it out there, but I welcome beard pics sent to you on Discord. That's fantastic. Alright, let's go get my boat. That's probably for the wise. I don't remember if it was this way straight out. It was. Oh, it was so close to vines, peeps. That's fan-frickin-tastic. That means I might even get slimes and whatnot. And that's sugarcane, so that doesn't count. Beautiful. Never tell me the odds. Part 1. Oh. Vines are so awesome. This is going to be great for decorating. Bye. Alright, let's maybe get the ones that are over on dry ground. Let's see what we've got. Smallest swamp, yeah. I don't know if it's going to count to have a slime farm available to it. I wouldn't mind it. It kind of looked like it continued out there, though. So, I'm going to see. But yeah, that's just the weirdest little biome. Yeah, because then we get oak trees again. That's amazing. Yeah, it's all sugarcane. I haven't found anything that's bamboozled. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Something just welcomed me to the chat room. No. It literally just welcomed me to the chat. I was wondering if my commands had come back. Yeah. That's hilarious. Hey, welcome to the chat. Pirate burglar? Oh. It's the theme of Pirate Burglar. I don't want to get lost, but I also... Okay, my boat's probably back this way. That's enough vine, right? I don't really want to... Yeah, that's hilarious. This is all my swamp. That's just the tiniest little adorable swamp. Pirate burglar. Well, no, it could be you're a burglar of pirates, right? Okay, there's my house there. I haven't really been out on my boat in here. Let's go see about just doing a bit of a cruise. I steal from pirates. I am the pirate burglar. And this is my theme. Okay, I'm liking pretzel rocks. This is hilarious. Okay, that was also a lily pad. Nothing close. Alright, let's head back. Boy, do I want to hear by an anchor right now. Where's our Ailstorm? Are they by any chance on Pretzel Rocks yet? When can we get bands like that to jump ship and head over to Pretzel Rocks? So I assume bamboo has to, sort of like sugarcane, be grown right near water. So I keep hoping that if I just stick with water. Oh, and piggies! If we need piggies, we can come back. Oh, and the way that roof is just kind of that, like, slantedness, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We'll take it. Like, this does sound like somebody needs to press start to continue and select player 1. But I am enjoying it. This port doesn't come all the way down. We need to bulldoze this nonsense. You need to dye your hair again? It's been ages since I dyed my hair. Man, I kind of missed that. Wintory Fresh by Big Giant Circles. Not too bad, not too bad. Hey, and we're getting some wheat. It's happening, guys. It's happening. We've got a farm out here and everything. This is the life. This is the life. What else do we need at our I guess I should go get the fish I've mentioned a few times. We should put some of those in my like hatchery. Let's do that. Let's go get some fish. We don't need to carry the shears anymore. We're going to use the vines on the side in a little bit. Like this wall. It's going to get all covered in vines. It's kind of lit. Alright. For starters, let's get some buckets of water going. And where are the salmons? Oh, there they are. Okay. Whoosh. What? Well, I was about to dye your hair like 2 weeks before quarantine and then didn't. So your hair's super grown out now. Yes. And since your hair grows more than an actual inch, yeah. My hair, I'm pretty sure grows like an okay speed. I'm not going to die, am I? Yeah, I'm going to die. All right. Up we go. Whew. I'm pretty sure my hair grows like semi-fast, but my hair's also kind of fairly thin. So it's not too big a deal if I do. It just doesn't... My hair doesn't pay attention unless I fill it with product. My hair's super aloof. It's all like, oh, stuff's happening. It just like, you know, does whatever the hell it wants. So I usually have to do crazy stuff with it. Your hair's natural down to your ears and then blue down to your waist. Oh, geez, there you go. That is awesome. You. All right, we're probably going to die. Let's do something about that. Super dangerous in Minecraft. All right, let's maybe go sit on the shore and enjoy life. Yeah, I've had a lot of different colorations in my hair over the years. So yeah, I know what it's like. What I really miss is having the bleach blonde hair, like where you buy the like lightning kits, and you like leave the stuff in for hopefully too long, and your hair goes almost clear. Come here, you. Thanks. Like, to a fault, I love swimming in this game. Kick it up a notch. I'm dyeing it jade, and I have all the dye. I just don't want to do it until I'm about to be out in public again. That makes boatloads of sense. Do the work when it's going to get appreciated a whole lot more. You're going to get the comments. Bleaches your hair white? There you go. So my hair was really short in the early 90s. Or no, sorry, late 90s when I started doing bleaching of my hair and then dyeing it and whatnot. But I would buy an entire kit for $11 and then it would... I mean, I could probably do my head 4 times. So I started mixing it myself. I started just portioning it off and mixing it. And I once got the components way wrong. And the stuff was just like burning your eyes. It was so potent. And so I ended up... Yeah, that really sucked. I ended up leaving it in for a bit too long. And my hair went almost clear. So like it was funny. But I didn't really want to do that again. But then after a while, I wanted to dye my hair blue. And I was like, I remember a really good technique for ensuring that your hair goes as clear as you can get. So I tried that again. And jade does sound awesome. I want pictures of that when you get it taken care of, of course. That's awesome. But yeah, a couple of my favorites that I did was my hair was about 1.5 inches long. And we dyed my hair, what was it? Permanent black. So L'Oreal J. You're lucky it didn't melt off. Like, oh, it was straw-like. Like, it was like, oh, it was terrible. It was crispy. Actual crispy. But we dyed it L'Oreal J, and that's like the jet black, the shiny jet black. And that was awesome. So, yay, I had that. And then my hair grew in, so about maybe 6-8 weeks later, and so it was about another 1.5 inches. But my hair's this color. It's like dark, like, you know, chestnut, whatever, brown stuff. So now I had brown, but with black on the end. And this was permanent black. So, like, it did not matter. You could use the worst shampoo in the world. It's not coming out. So then we got the idea that I should dye my hair. And so we threw the bleach in. And this was the best. This was absolutely the best. The black turned copper. Turned like shiny friggin' penny copper. And then the 1.5 inches underneath was this like super bright blonde from the bottle. And because I had dyed my hair like black and all that sort of stuff, I'd been using the conditioner that comes with the hair dye that makes your hair all like super wispy and crap. So like my hair was just loving this, and then I bleach it. So like it was just, yeah, it was just crazy. And then another 1.5 months my hair grew in. So I had this copper, then I had this like bright white bleachy, followed by chestnut brown. And so with my hair this long, and just kind of like spilling over, when I did this, my hair was like different friggin' shades of brown, like all, it was the weird, like you can't plan for that nonsense. It was just, it was definitely the weirdest thing I'd ever done. It was nuts. It was crazy. I should have just kept bleaching it so that I had these like copper tips on the end of, but like like I said, my hair does, okay, I'll see, hold on a sec. So I get these like 70s style ringlet things, you know, and my hair just kind of like does whatever the hell it wants. So I can't comb or brush my hair much more than this style, or quite literally my hair just falls into this again. Like if I throw product in it, my hair will do whatever the hell. But when I grow my hair out, it literally is just like, I'm long, you know, and it's just the worst. It's terrible. So you know, it doesn't, eventually at the back, my crown goes this way and then tries to go, no, wait, we're going back. And then I literally get this like, yeah, it's so that's why I try to keep my hair semi-short, because short, my hair's like, it just does what it, you know, it just follows the Tobey Maguire hairstyle and it looks fine. I look okay. But as soon as it starts to get just a little bit out of control, it just kind of like starts to get curly and all over the place. You have 2 cowlicks in the front? That's nuts. That's nuts. Hold on, I'll see if I can. So when I was in high school and I grew my hair, right? So my hair to here, right to here, was perfectly straight. Parted down the middle, straight down, perfectly straight. From my temples all the way to my chin, it gets really, really wavy. Like we're talking Victorian era night, right? Like you get this like waviness, and then right at my chin, ringlets. Little friggin' ringlets that were about like this long. Little ringlets. And so my hair was down to my elbow, but it didn't leave my shoulders. And it was bouncy. I didn't curl a thing. I didn't have to. It was hilarious. It was just pretty much what it did. But the secret to that success was using the conditioner that comes with the hair dye. So I'm dyeing my hair black, and that shampoo was basically making my hair go, this is awesome. And it was just like on drugs and absolutely hilarious. Like, yeah, like natural perm, but only from the chin down. From here to here, it was just this like weird wavy thing. And then like absolute, like I almost want to say Ozzy Osbourne style, like parted in the middle, perfectly straight, wavy, and then just like little ringlets. So it was just nuts. It was the funnest hairstyle. It meant that if I did like the brush straight back and then put into a tight ponytail straight at the right at the base, then it would just be like this poof of like poofiness. It was like a keychain in the back of my head. Like it was nuts, you know. Your hair didn't know what it wanted to be. Like it was, yeah. Like, so I don't know. So I just I try not to let my hair get to me, but like I can't do because this is all it does. And then the longer it gets, the more it just starts to do strange stuff. Like it'll literally poke me in the eye and just weird things. Anybody that can actually handle and keep long hair, my brother, he could keep long hair forever. Like it was down to his ass and he could just run fingers through it. It didn't matter when, and he wasn't going to get a knot. Like I got knots constantly. My hair was always mad about stuff. So, you know, ultimately I prefer my hair a bit short, but once in a while it's really fun to just grow it out and just see. So it's kind of what I did with my beard. I just kind of, you know, for the shits and giggles, I grew it out. Hey, let's find out what I look like with a great big wiry beard. You look like Frodo in high school. That's amazing. So much so that the entire school, students and teachers called you Frodo. Best part was your B-Day. Your birthday is Frodo's birthday. Today's birthday is Frodo. Have a great one in the class. Cast the ring in the fires of Dor. So they actually Frodo'd you on your birthday. Unbelievable, Sage. Unbelievable. That is awesome. That one's ready, right? That one's almost ready. Okay. Soon, peeps. My farm is coming along. Oh, we probably need... Oh, no, we've got more log. Okay. We're going to maybe extend this part along over there. Graduated as FNC, a.k.a. Frodo. That's amazing. Was I known by anything in high school, particularly that I got to keep? I don't remember. I don't think I was... I got the Edge name after. Might have been... No, I don't think it was during high school. Oh yeah, the deck is coming along. Nice. This is good. Dyed your hair for 10 years, then got it professionally bleached, and it took 2 full days. Whoa. Rings of different color down your hair, and your hair was to your butt. That is fantastic, DT. Holy. That is really cool. Yeah, I've had a bunch of different hairstyles. I've had dreads. I've had mohawks. Mostly just to try them out, not for any sort of like particular cultural appropriation or anything. But I actually even had people of island descent egging me on to get dreads because they wanted to see what the whitest guy they knew looked like in dreads. And so like, yeah, I thought that it was a lot of fun to try, but my hair did not want to keep them. Not even a little bit. Oh yeah, we're not going to get very many of those, are we? Okay. Told you to be back. The syrup is fantastic. At some point I will go get it and show it to you. Just to you know, prove it. Sticks and Stones 4.1 remix by Chipzel. Very, very cool. I kind of like this, like... eventually, I think when this spreads out and it's kind of got a little bit more of a linear path, less organic, we'll try dropping in some fencing, I think. That could look good. This place is coming along. We'll have to keep counting the salmon. I just realized they might beach themselves. The only time you dyed your hair was as a kid? That shitty spray dye they sold at the dollar store. So it's like, it's that stuff that basically, it's almost like Kool-Aid dyeing your hair. It's good for like the 1 day, maybe 2. I've seen that stuff. It's meant actually to even sort of cover up. Is that right? Meant to cover, like go on top of dark hair. Party dyeing. 2 swims and it's gone. Is it that way or that way? Oh yeah, there's nothing over there. It looked like there was a thing out this way. Can I still see it from this side? It might be because I can't see this far out because of chunk distance, but we'll see. Leaving again. You dyed your hair recently, but you're still leaving? Don't leave if you dyed your hair. We're having conversations about it. It kind of looked like there was something over here I could grab up, but... Oh yeah, there's a pirate ship all the way out here. Okay, I think it was just probably that I could see the sun through the earth. Because I couldn't see the past the blocks. But I was also hoping we would find the bamboo. The dye has left. Just want to dye your hair now. Hot pink. Pink is not a color I did, and orange I only did accidentally, but I have had every color. Oh. I have had all the color. I definitely really enjoy that. You want to see the hot pinkness? That would be very cool. I got away with doing blue for as long as I did. Blue, I think, was the longest I had my hair. Was because I worked for a company where blue was their color. And they were fairly stick-in-the-mud-ish, but they also kept people. I've talked about companies before where they'll sometimes keep people that they know can't work anywhere else, and then they don't treat them very nice. So I used to mess with stuff like that. You know, I'm working here because I live up the street, and it's a convenient job, and I can walk in tired and eat my breakfast while you pay me. A whole bunch of reasons I want to work here, but you're keeping people that could be working for better. And so I dyed my hair blue, and I used to get comments from the managers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's company colors. Isn't it great? Like 2-ish years, I kept my hair nice stylish blue. It was very, very nice. Also, some really alright tracks tonight. This isn't too bad. This is not too bad. I'm gonna go get me a bevy and a form of... Oh, geez, the break command doesn't work. Break is broken. Oh, no. I'm gonna go grab something and I'll be right back. Super quick. Thank you for waiting. I got myself some granola snacks, which have more sugar and caramel in them than probably granola. There's likely no actual health within them, but they're delicious. Yeah, we went out that way, didn't we? And there was definitely nothing out there. Alright. There's a pirate ship out there, though. We should go and take a look at the pirate ship. I don't think we've seen that notorious DIG. That's kind of amazing. So far I am digging the Pretzel Rocks audio. This is pretty good background music, which ultimately that's really what I want music for in my stream anyway. I don't want things to be too distracting. I was also finding having to police between volume and type of request, you know, that was a little bit extra. You're welcome. Going through pics. Oh, thank you, thank you. I got one of the sapphire blue hair. You dyed your hair before it turned a lighter teal. Oh, that's fantastic. I likely have none of any of my pics from way back in the day. I'm gonna grab up some of this coal. I don't think I think I'm actually kind of low on. Earlier, I think I also found iron. I should probably go back and grab up some resources as I find them. Yeah, I kind of wish I had taken more pictures of me from back in the day. I've got pictures from like 20 or 25 years ago. And then recent ones. That's really it. I was in more of like a picture taking when photos were physical. But now that photos are almost exclusively digital, eventually I lose the device, I lose the hard drive, I lose the whatever, but I still have the drawer that has my photos in it. So that's kind of an interestingness. And I've got a printer that can print photos and in good quality. But there's a little too much DIY in that and I just don't do it. Ah, that one's not too long ago? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, most of mine are going to look the same from my not too long ago. I'm not one to take pics very often. Yeah. I live in the moment. I just don't really consider it. I've got a friend though who is really good at taking photos for various opportunities. So he's managed to capture, you know, group moments and stuff like that, which is really cool. It's nice that we've got that. And DT, I would say that's a chief reason, but at the same time, just even for the nostalgia, taking occasionals, right? Which does sound like you do. I've never officially explored that myself, but I don't go looking back for old photos. So whether that's self-esteem or living in the moment, I'm unsure. But I'm not one to necessarily even go looking for old photos aside from in situations like this where we're, you know, currently talking about it. But don't make it seem like this is a super big tunnel. I don't think it is. Yeah. Listen to that. It's all like, ooh, there's a chasm down here. And there's not. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people's photo albums from over the ages, and you can tell that they've got a style or a pose or a way that it's kind of a persona for themselves, and that's probably very helpful. I've never had anything like that, like a particular style that I rock in photos and stuff. So it's just a collection of very random moments. I don't really take those too often. My wife's the same though. She doesn't take too many photos. Like we try to take way more of the boy because we want to preserve his memories and all that sort of stuff, because it makes a lot more sense to do that with him. But for ourselves, it's not something that we consider. I super fugly and no one wants to look at that. Oh, come on now. That's harsh. Don't do that now. Don't do that now. You're not to make up somebody else's opinion, right? Other people can decide for themselves, and things like that. Takes tons of your kids. That's just it. A piece of advice that's worthwhile to carry around with you, if you're able to, is that what other people think of you is none of your business. You could honestly go through your entire life having no idea what anybody ever thought of you, and you could still make decisions like what you eat for breakfast. You make up everyone's opinion about yourself. That's a very common trait, though. That's very common. That's very common. I'm hoping that if you hang out with me, you'll learn to get just as arrogant. Which actually, arrogant is just short for air of confidence. If you're curious. Yeah, I'm a master of the glow up. I am the best person I know, and everybody else is just like, you guys are lit too, but you're not me. But we'll see if we can get you some confidence in you. I kind of come from a family of people that have no problem glowing themselves up, so I will do my level best to assist. And I am super impatient on this wheat. I wasn't going to steal it from the other place. But yeah, DT. Confidence is, as far as I've been able to tell, it can be a fake it till you make it. And we'll see what we can do to hook up. Ooh, I can make mossy blocks. Yeah, that's not bad. And something that some people have suggested, that in some cases photos are not helpful for confidence. And so it could just be that that's something that is it's not a totem for you. For some people, like what's it called? Selfie disorder. I can't remember. There's an actual term for it, where you get actually proper addicted to taking photos of yourself. But I think you and I suffer from like almost an exact opposite of that. We're not really able to take and find confidence and joy upon that. So for myself, it's all in actions. I've always kind of felt that. It was actually funny when I was in my early 20s, and like I said, I'd had stuff like, I don't know, like dreads or all that sort of stuff. Plus I got a couple of piercings, tattoos, I dress funny, blah, blah, blah. Somebody was mentioning that it must be really easy for me to pick up. And I said, it's actually almost double hard. Because when I see that cute person on the other side of the establishment looking at me, I can't tell if it's because they think I'm weird looking. And, for your average individual, and I say that because I hung out with some folk that went with the collared shirt, the regular looking dude, like they weren't looking to be too extreme. Nobody's going to be looking at them like, ooh, I bet you that they're in a, that sort of thing. But people will look at me because they find piercings appalling, or they don't like green hair, or they, and all that sort of stuff. So I always assume that they're wondering why I even left the house. So that's the thing. When people are looking at you, you can't tell. So like I actually had this girl that was in a relationship, but she was kind of half flirting with me, but doing that like, I'm in a relationship, so all I can do is flirt. But she was just like, man, it's got to be so easy for you because blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it makes me not approachable. It just does. And like, it actually straight up happened where I approached a girl and she laughed me off because she was not, it was not of an interest. And so that doesn't particularly bother me. It wasn't exactly the highlight of my evening, but it's the sort of thing that like you just couldn't tell, and I just had to be like, you know what, I'm not going to be too concerned. I definitely look different, and that makes me hard to judge. That makes me a tough one to assess. And so I just had to love me. I just had to kind of like, I won't be too concerned if somebody on the other side of the place. But green is the best color, isn't it? It's envy. It's like, how could you not? But like, I had no idea. I had no idea. Here I am wearing like, you know, form-fitting purple corduroy, you know, and just like I had a weird choice of outfits back then. Not that, you know, PJs and comfortable shirts is all that different, but for the most part, I had to just sort of swing my own confidence, because partly what it was is that I try to remind myself I do a lot of what I do for me, and I gotta love it before somebody else will. And so I've made some really weird choices. I've worn some outfits that are not top. So, you know, I've got that kind of confidence. I can kind of do that. You're nice to people and they always assume I'm flirting or that I'm interested in them, and it gets you into trouble a lot. I can see that. When my wife and I first got together, she was really concerned that I'm a very flirtatious person, because I'm like I said, I'm an open book. I don't mind telling people stuff about my life, whatever, right? Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. But then I was flirting with like even the waiters, not just the waitress. And I explained that like you get way better service from people if also with money you spend charisma. Charisma is just totally a social currency. It's an absolute social currency. And there are some people that are absolutely devoid. They cannot even hold charisma. It's just not a thing. But they still get to be in this world, because this world lets you have a job, lets you have money, lets you buy things. But if you flirt with your server, don't matter if they're a boy or a girl, you get a response back. And that gives you an idea of the kind of server you have. Because I've had attractive looking male servers that I'm like, hey, how's your night? And they're like, good, what can I get you? And I'm like, you can get me food. And then boom, I'll drop it. That's it. I'm not going to flirt with you the rest of the night. There's no point. I'm going, here's some charisma. And they're like, that's awesome. Monopoly money. Thanks. And they toss it. Right. So, but that's kind of how I gauge it, is like, so when somebody's flirtatious, it's, to me, they're just spending charisma to try to see if they can get charisma back. Now, where it gets over any kind of line is when they're like, here's a picture of my crotch. And then you're like, that's not flirting anymore, right? So then, you know, and so I never worry about people who just conversationally flirt, right? Because like that's life that's just life currency. You know, that sort of thing. Super dense when it comes to women. My friends never let me live it down. I can picture, man. You're pretty aloof though. You're pretty aloof. I have no idea when people are flirting with me unless it slaps you right in the face. It depends. If somebody's like hard trying to get your attention flirting, that's like where they reach out and they touch you on the side of the head and stuff, and push you into a mud puddle and offer to dry clean your clothes. You know, that sort of thing. You can tell. But yeah, like I think social flirting is it's natural. It's to some people anyway. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Like Sage, chef guy from our previous place, right? Like he had virtually no charisma. He just didn't have it. He was always stressed out. You know, even when he was trying to be casual, it kind of came off like he was like, okay, today I'm gonna be cool. You know, and so it's sort of, I don't know, with him, that's why it didn't take too long. He was rubbing people the wrong way real quick. You know, that sort of thing. That's me, except not even that obvious. I can remember sitting in a restaurant or a bus and not know when people are putting the moves on and shit. Dude, that's hilarious. That's too funny. No. If someone reaches out to me, go into fight or flight mode. Pretty sure I saw written on his calendar, be cool, and like the capital K. It's got to be a capital K. So like, there's somebody who like, and honestly, it was a part lack of confidence, but in his case, I think he was also lashing out on something. I don't really know, because like I think a handful of times I had good conversations with him, and then everything just went to hell. And so far, pretty much most of the people I've met through this platform, Discord, Twitter, all that sort of stuff, they've all been pretty decent folk. People will have their bad days, right? People have their bad moments, and sometimes people have things that they can't deal with but are typically normal. But everybody's been pretty tight, pretty cool, pretty all right with things, you know? They've been, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's all right. I think Boss has pushed on the menu more than he wanted. And I think he was trying too hard to fit it in rather than say, oh, dudes, no, those numbers don't work. So, like, partly let himself get pushed as well. Just in the regard that, like, I don't know if you remember the pulled pork day when there was, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of those slow cookers just sitting around the place, and it was nuts. And the dude showed up at, like, 5 a.m. to start it. And, oh, man. It was just over every top. Whoa, recently had a guy go full creepy stalker, and you didn't know until somebody else? Oh. When they can get it under that kind of radar. Oh boy. No. I'm so sad. I only got to see the barbecue a couple of times. Happened December of last year. Jeebus. No, I'm so sorry, DT. That super sucks. I've known a couple of folk that, yeah, you find out afterwards when, you know, they leave and all that, and you're like, oh, they're not around anymore. Well, there's a really good reason for that. Oh. So that super sucks. I'm sorry. Not everybody is able to keep it together. Kind of a highlight of tonight. Talking about the poor individuals. Oh, we need to do the carpet thing, don't we? So we can get easy in and out of here. I love sheeps. Alright, let's get... Feed you anyway. Go make more sheeps. And go make some cows. Over at my last farm, I have nothing but gray sheep because I put one black in with like my 3 or 4 white sheep. And now they're all gray sheep. Light gray too, because there was the additional whites over black. So we have... Anyway. I'm going to try to avoid that and just have white sheep, just for fun. He wasn't the first one to go all stalker mode and probably won't be the last, unfortunately. And so a friend of mine as well. I lived downtown early on, and she used to have to drop by at least once a week because some dude was following her home and didn't believe that she was on her way to her boyfriend's house. And so I was the boyfriend for like probably a year or two. And she had a tone, and she'd yell up. I lived the second floor above a restaurant. So she'd yell up, and I'd immediately I'd like rush my window and like wave and be like, oh, is he coming up too, and all that sort of stuff. He's like, oh bro, I gotta go, and all this kind of, oh, it was just absolutely terrible. And yeah, that's yeah, and I mean, delightful. She's absolutely delightful. But yeah, I offered it nice and quick. So you guys know me as nice, but I had a lot more piercings back then, and I used to wear an actual real double leather dog collar. And so I presented a little scarier than... I'm not even a little bit scary. So, like, it was kind of fun, you know, a little bit of intimidation on that. Some people are just better off as batteries. I've been uncomfortable for a few chicks on the bus over the years. Some people having creepy people on public transit. No, that's just it. That's just it. Damn, you trying to turn me on, man. No, but seriously, like, she was like, I don't know, like, I think it's because she has industry in her. Like, I live in a town that has a university and a college, so we get a lot of transients. So you get to know the townies. You get to know the people that live here, all the time live here. You know, and so she would get the transient folk would pick up on the townie girl, and, you know, and that's, and I don't know. So she's got the, you know, yeah, Sage dude, like that's, but I mean, you know, you're fianced on. You've got a lit lady. She's awesome. Don't worry if you creep the rest of the world out. Other people are nuts. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, we live in a crazy town. That's mostly it. Like, so, you know, I got to know that transientness was nice. It's really cool. But it's... I don't know. Some of the townies had a lot more of the real going on, and I really prefer that. I met and kept a bunch of the people that stayed here, but I think all of my buddies were already here long before. Pain in the A, but yeah, great. That's why you stay single, to deal with not crazy anymore. Oh, and I know a couple that's the life that they chose as well for it. My brother, for the most part, is perpetually single because he doesn't have anybody that has the same core values as he does in life, so... Sleep yet? Oh, beautiful. If this one ends, you'll be a hermit. I love when it tells me there's a dungeon down here. Those are mobs to kill, though. Okay. I often wonder if it's alerting me about dungeonry because there's things to attack. Anyway. I really want to load this one day without my shader so we can get some journey map and find out what this area really looks like. Zoom out. Life goals on pause. Indeed. 11:40 is it? I can't remember, but I thought I boated around one part of this island. There you go. Hermit indeed. Do it to it. I think that's my world just not loading. Well, I was almost certain I was heading in that similar path. Because I'm definitely not your standard individual. But luckily I found me a not standard person to be with. And that definitely helps. If I just follow the coast, hopefully I'll come across some bamboo. I really just want to make scaffolding. Plant that stuff and just go to town. Really want to move out of the woods and, you know, about it. Just like have to actually take a boat to get to mainland. Live on a place that looks like this, but there's a great big house in the middle of it. Was it out this way was the pirate ship? Yeah, it was. Hey, I'm starting to get to know the area, though. That's not bad. That's kind of okay. That's not too bad. I'll hit that on the way back. Hobbit house in the woods, that's just it. If you know the Anne Rice novels, there's one of the houses out in the swamp of New Orleans. Out in the bayou. Like a 600-year-old house that's just perfectly suited for its waterlogged conditions and nobody knows where it is. My happy place. Yeah. Travel a long way. I don't think I'm going to find any bamboo. I'm still not looking to get lost looking for it either, so. Cards! Need to make sure the woods has good internet. Yeah, can you get Wi-Fi all the way out there? Seriously. It's all sugarcane, peeps. It's all sugarcane. Big note. How are you this evening, Kurds? All you need is your kids, dogs, and internet. Yep. Yep. Aww. Oh, the super dolphins are out. Some of the dolphins are, for some reason, moving at super speed, and they will literally zip across the world. Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys can see those. They're just under the water, but they're moving ultra quick. I don't know if it's a glitch, but it's a lot of fun to see. Fallout 4 crashed, so you're taking a break? I am doing well. I can breathe out of both of my nostrils, and I've been able to do that for well over 12 hours. So, I'd like to say that's awesome. I cannot say the same for having full breath in my throat. However, I will take my small milestones as I go. Wow. This one looks easy today. You often don't just walk right up and get to get right in there. Hilarious. Wow. And then one lazuli. Some nugs. This is awesome. Well, I thought I had more nuggets on me anyway, no? Okay. Well, there we go. We can make a lantern. Fallout 4 crash. That sucks, man. That sucks. I'm considering playing that one. I think it runs okay on my system. Jeez. That's seriously my first gold bars. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on a sec. Suddenly, pretzel rocks became on top of all of my other windows. That was very, very weird. So I don't know why I just thought about this, but this one time I was at a gas station. This creepy dude was hitting on you, asking you out. I said, sure, as long as my 17 kids can come with. Instantly drains from his face, and he left her without saying, oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. All of them. Every one of them. That's amazing. That is amazing. People in the spider hobby use their spiders to try to get, and it works, but show off pictures of your spider room. I can't reach it. Oh, there we go. Well, I don't need grass. I'll leave the oak plank. But I will take that buried treasure map. I will trade for all of this paper, because I wouldn't mind having the paper. Do I need that birch door? Did that mean you have snakes? Yeah. Perfectly good means. Also, you do not have 17 kids. No. There was a guy on the forum who had a tarantula that's common name is a Texan blonde, and he'd had it for 22 years. So he used to tell people that he lived with a hot 22-year-old Texan blonde, and it would be absolutely hilarious, the different reactions, because like of course dudes want to meet her, like, oh, she's feisty. But it was a different kind of a girl away, if you will. It's like, oh, well, all right then. I don't think I care about feathers. Do I care about the empty map? I mean, I guess we could map the area and make more paper to continue to map the area. What else do I not care about? Spruce planks. There we go. Can we go the home? So this is all spruce and oak. Okay, that's not cool. Oh, and then this is jungle? Something like that? Imagine the arachnophobia suffering people who go to check that out. Instant game over. Oh yeah, check it out. Did I mention she lives in a cage? Okay, that's a little bit of a different game over, but... I think I live this way? Yeah. Also, Kurds, thanks for pointing out the Discord, what is it, noise cancellation? It's not what it's called. It's not called noise cancellation. But the cute little button that honestly looks like it's already enabled, but it just changes from one kind of squiggly lines to a different kind of squiggly lines. Anyway, I'm glad to know that that's now enabled. And I'm going to put a similar message out upon my Discord. Because I think that would be very helpful to have that enabled. Some people are living in cages. You might attract some interesting vote. Yeah, right. That could be a thing. I think next, yeah, we have to doze this and put it, like, we've been using my port a lot. And it's not actually a port. So I think that's next on this. Right? Like, this isn't too bad. But probably make that a little bit nicer looking. And put a bunch of my crap away, because I don't think running around with full inventories the way to be. Like one lapis lazuli. Is that, am I saying that right? Oh, all sorts of paper. This is great. Empty map. I guess we should go check out buried treasure soon too. You had an ex that was into suspension? That's awesome. Yeah, a buddy of mine was into a group called I Was Cured that did all sorts of blood play and stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like, how into? Because my buddy, he hung himself for his birthday from a tree in his buddy's backyard because his buddy's parents went away. Now, I say that, these guys were in their 30s, but, like, they needed a place. Somewhere nice and worth. And so I had an additional party to go to, so I show up at party number 2, and I'm like, sorry I'm late, but... I'm like, I'm shaking his hand while he's up in the tree. It's pretty awesome. Like, really into it? That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, at the at the I Was Cured show that I saw, my buddy's buddy and another dude, which was actually the dude that his parents owned the house, they put chest hooks in here and here, and then they had the butterfly pattern for, oh, this is gonna get real graphic, so if anybody isn't into suspension. Anyway, and so then they did butterfly pattern with the ropes, and then they pulled until they pulled one of them out. It was awesome. It was amazing. But of course, they didn't actually tear anything. It bent the hook. It bent an 8-gauge steel hook. But yeah, so I like that was lit, and that was 20 something ago. That was a while back. You also like to have his back sliced and hot wax poured into it, and then you ripped it out when you dried. There you go. That's not one I don't think I'm as familiar with, but that sounds pretty okay. Yeah, there were a couple of different graphic bits that I remember from way back in. Okay, we better not put this one with the rest of the treasured maps, because those ones I don't even know where to go. And we'll worry about doing our empty map soon. We'll see if this is a map of this area, or if we have to travel too far to get to it. But yeah, knowing people, like, and my buddy was, like, you know, gentle as could be, right? Sounding rods? Oh yeah, don't Google that. Don't Google that. He was that's awesome. He was like a, you know, a gentle sort, and then you know this, like, other side of him, and it's just like, that's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Is that enough of the... Oh, it's dark. I'm just standing at my box. This is why it's dangerous to have a knot house. I'm gonna lose it to creepers, I just know it. Like that one. Alright, let's see if I'm nimble. We should get some sort of an enchanting on this. Leave my tree alone. He was not full of gunpowder, people. I used to actually come out here looking specifically for creepers, so, you know. Well, hopefully I'll get a little bit better with the... Thank you for the GG. You have been warned. Come on. Alright, so... more things to ditch was granite for sure. Andesite we don't want. Not gonna bother carrying stairs anymore. Diorite can go up. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying the background music that we've got, guys. I think we've got a winning combo for now. Half the time it sounds like we're listening to video game music. The other half it sounds like we're listening to anime video game music. So I'm okay with it so far. When this gets repetitive, we'll just switch to one of the other playlists. That's not too bad. I guess we should probably ditch the vines and the wheat for now. We're gonna need a new box at some point. Wonders how many people will Google and get scarred for life. Do you know, Duct Tape, do you know BM Body Modification Ezine? It's old. Run by Sharon Larratt. Do you know that place? It was established... I want to say in the 90s, before it was an internet website. It was like a chat room type thing, I think, or something. But Shannon only has black sleeves and tunnels, although he's had almost every other type of work. You can't see them on him. He's one of the... Hey, did you know there's a dungeon down there? He's one of the, like, godfathers of some of the pain modifications and whatnot. It's an interesting place, and it's been around for ages. But it's one of the reasons that I know about a few of these sorts of things. But knowing some of the folk in person, I mean, that presents a much different front. Rumble at the Gates by Abstraction. Abstraction's been doing a lot of our tunes from this playlist. You have heard of it? Yeah. It was one of the more popular ones. There was like a short while where they ran an April Fool's piece that they had to perform like a really big retraction. They had to run a retraction for months, where they showed somebody that had removed a knuckle segment from one finger and attached it on a different, so he had a double long middle finger, and then also removed his brother's left arm and had it grafted underneath his own left arm so that he actually had 3 arms. And so people literally took that as serious, even though it was April Fool's all over. And then shortly after that, they were running a contest for most outrageous, and they realized people are getting work done just to try to win a contest. So they, like, it was one of the first times I had ever seen something that was definitely extreme, right? Body modification can be a huge extreme, especially for folk that aren't used to it. But they realized they were going over their own bounds. So like, we don't want to be liable for this craziness. It's absolutely no contests. And they had to stop that. Because, like, people will rise up to challenges. They absolutely will. So I really liked that it didn't take them long to be like, no, we can't do this. This is already done. So that's just it. Like, no. I guess we're gonna be putting. We didn't bring any of them out, but we'll do this. The flats all the way down. Okay, so that's gonna go probably right down. This will be nice. But I used to get. I used to hang out there all the time in their chat rooms and all that sort of stuff and talk with folk, but it wasn't a world that I stuck around in. After I got my majority of my piercings, I didn't really feel the need to stick about in the in that world too much. It's almost the same in my spider hobby as well. Like I've learned a great deal. And then after a while, going to the forums, you could kind of see that there's only a certain number of topics anymore. So the social chances that it was bringing were less. Whereas so far, what I'm finding that I'm getting from Twitch, the Discord integration of Twitch, currently my incredible human rights activism going on in Twitter, I'm really liking the dynamics of it. I'm liking that there's way more going on. If I wanted the way more going on with some of the other forums, it took some okay investment. We're gonna do 2, right? And I just don't have the time on that anymore. Whereas with this, I spend all day. I love spending all day on this. Like, it's funny, I was sick for the last couple of days, but then when this DMCA issue happened at the same time, I'm sitting here and I'm going through posts on Black Lives Matter, as well as Pride and Trevor Project and all kinds of stuff like that. On the other hand, I'm looking up how to get free use sound effects available for replacing all of my alerts, and looking up Monster Cat and Pretzel, like all this sort of stuff, just because I've wondered if you'd have figured who I was on Twitter. Oh, I might not have. Are you? Oh, I think, okay. Did I recently follow you back? Did I, but, yeah. I don't know if that's, yeah, okay, cool. I won't. There's actually, I've recently followed a whole bunch of different people, but I have a feeling. Cool, hey. So yeah, I really like what this brings, because like I said, eventually with those other forums, the dynamic kind of stopped. The dynamic didn't really... Oh, cool. Hey, good to know. The dynamic eventually kind of... I don't know. Like, there's a couple of people that I met that were definitely really awesome to hang out with, but there just wasn't... There wasn't any other avenue out of it. It was just like the chat system through the forum is only so dynamic. So, you know, there's only so many things I could do with it. Like at one point, I couldn't even share pictures because my membership level had changed, and I'm like, well, that sucked. I could share pictures like 3 hours ago. And so I have a lot more control since I own my own Discord server, and it's just fast. I can easily say, throw that in Discord. And it's so quick, and it's so easy, and I don't know, I think that for the last probably 10 or 20 years, trying to use technology socially has been not bad, but not great. And so this has just been so much quicker. And even just Twitch on its own is so much quicker. I sort of realized that my Twitter following is pretty solid if I can switch gears to human rights activism pretty quick. And I don't think I lost anybody. And I gained a couple of followers, but not in a clout way, so that's kind of all right. Like, one of them is literally a bot account, I know that for sure. But it might be a bot account for retweeting, I don't really know. But a couple of them have followed, and, you know, and they seem like legit folk, that sort of thing. And I think that's going okay. Ooh. You blocked the porn bots. There you go. There you go. I didn't actually know that there was anything like that until there was a dispute where somebody had liked a cosplay pic and it was a little bit risque. And then a dude that I follow, that other guy follows as well, was just like, bro, there's full-on porn on Twitter. Like, all of the different, you know, major networks are going to have their own Twitter account. And I just kind of thought back, yeah, that makes sense. But I hadn't really I haven't actually seen too much over the top. I did note, though, that if I check out the trending section of Twitter too early in the morning... I didn't bring extras today. No. If I check it out too early in the morning, then there's some really weird, why is this allowed to be out here? And then by the time I'm done breakfast, it's gone. And that's happened a few times. That I clicked on a hashtag that looked normal to me, but it means something in a far off place. And that place is currently using a lot of Twitter, so it trended. And it's not a good term here. Yeah, I don't want to see that on Twitter. That's the thing. Like, I'm browsing through and I'm scrolling quick, and the last thing I need is, yo, that's not an image I want on my internet. But you know, free world or something. I don't know. So I try to only hit trending at the times that I think is going to be appropriate. Jeez. Anyway. I've been fairly... Oh, I broke the thing at the same time as I picked up clay. It's like, why am I hitting things with clay? This isn't too bad. I guess I'm going to put in the stairs next. We'll finish off these guys. I kind of got tits. Don't need to see anything. Well, see, and I saw Schlong, and not just Schlong. He's presenting it, and not just he's presenting his Schlong, but he looks angry at it, and like he's hurting it for my benefit. And I scrolled quick enough to be like, that was already way too much for me this morning. I have not had coffee. Wow. And I don't remember what I clicked on, but it was the third tweet. It was the third tweet. And the first two were like normal. And then that one. And I'm like, okay, I can see why that's a term for that. Oh, wow. No, not. So, like, I have not seen that one. I have not seen that one. But like, I kind of realized that because Twitter is very international, that like it's noon somewhere else when it's, you know, and I don't know, I guess people are definitely having a good day posting whatever. And oh man, so like, yeah, lots of fun, lots of eye-opening. And like I've told you before, I predate the internet, and I got to see the rise and fall of the weird stuff come and go, and so like stuff doesn't really get me. But at the same time, I don't need to also see that. That's just not something I also need to see. So, yeah. That's all kinds of. Right. Like, gee, guys. Oh, I've got so much cobblestone. You're all just going. You're all just going. I'm not going to be building with you. And I don't think we've got... Yeah, we've got a little bit of plank and slab, but we don't have enough to replace. Yeah, let's do all of these blocks first. We'll see how many we need of the half blocks. We'll go. It's not too bad. Pretty much use Twitter for your non-existent business and following people, and that's it. Yeah, for the most part. When I originally signed up for Twitter, it was to follow news from gaming companies and a couple of the streamers that I already enjoy. Discord was still a bit too much for me. I wasn't really able to enjoy Discord. There's too much investment. But I found that Twitter was very, very easy just to catch short little updates from some of my favorite companies and live streamers. And after a while, I was joining people's Discords to find out information from that specifically. So like Stream Elements, who provides my nice little overlays and all kinds of cool stuff. So I was trying to, you know, find out that sort of stuff. And then I found Logan and Parker. And Twitter gives you anxiety sometimes. I can believe it. I can believe it. It doesn't do anything of the sort to... Oh, I guess I was going this way, wasn't I? It doesn't do that to me. But I can wade through drama. I can kind of handle other people's nastiness to sometimes it's funny to me. So I see the drama and I kind of go, oh, this will be a bad day for folk, because like it's needless. Nobody needs to be that nasty over on the Twitters. Holy frick, Taylor Swift and her song on basically social media, it was just absolutely hilarious. There was some terrible nonsense going on Twitter one day, and then I heard that song for the first time and I didn't know it was Taylor Swift. Oh, I almost fell over. Almost fell over. Like, it was perfect timing. It's like, yeah. And I don't remember what it was, but it was just something that caught on like a bushfire. If you're curious, and I don't know if you're in the know of it, DT, but there are actual Russian bot accounts that are run by a short number of people that are designed to create anxiety throughout social media. And they've absolutely traced back a whole bunch of different trends and things like that to dummy accounts that have since been deleted or destroyed and all that sort of stuff. So if you find it stressful, it's possibly somebody's game. Holy crap, he's right there. Can you see that nonsense? Arr, yeah, I've got one of your banners over there, you arse hat. Do I need a collection of them? Am I gonna decorate my entire lawn with you people? Where, like, they've got to be here. They've got to be here, like nearby, right? Like their Citadel thing is just over there. I think I've found them in this direction most frequently. Gugh. Notifications? Get notifications and they're no goods? Or are you getting like the news notifications where they're just like, hey, just so you know, there's terrible things going on in the world and we need to tell you about it? Because that's messed up too. Taking some people off push notifications, but there's still so many. Oh, I Twitter very differently, I think, than you do. I used to have notifications on for a bunch of my folk. But I couldn't do it. Yeah. And so what I found, hold on. My cam's backwards, so I don't worry too much about what you see, but okay. So right there in the upper corner, it looks like a couple of stars. It just looks like a couple of little stars. When you hit that, it brings up at the bottom, right? It brings up a thing at the bottom with options. And so what I prefer to have it is the latest tweets show up as they happen. I'll turn that back off. Latest tweets exactly as they happen instead of top tweets. And then that way it's a proper legit timeline. So when I get up in the morning, it'll say tweets from 7 hours ago because I'll have slept for 7 hours and I can scroll through. When you see top tweets, it really only gives you the things that have been really like hard voted on and already liked. So you'll get news from your friends in different orders. If I put out 3 tweets and people decide to like the crap out of the second one, that's the one you'll see first under top tweets. So it's a really weird system, but that's also the default. And somebody had pointed out that they use Twitter to check in on their buddies and their businesses. And so they switched it over to and yeah, like it's a terrible feature that they like. I love that you can switch it, but it needs to be this way by default. It's the best way. And then check on it in about a week, double check it, because I found that it reverted after an update or some nonsense. But then now you will get tweets as they happen, and it is so much better. You won't need notifications in Twitter at all anymore if you open your phone as often as I do. And bear in mind, I try not to because I got the boy, right? Yeah, and honestly, I think it's a new-ish feature. I saw somebody put out a PSA for it when I first joined. So I've been really enjoying it. And then one day I noticed, like, I don't know, it was something like Trex was super happy that something happened, and then he was super upset that he missed an opportunity. And then I realized those 2 tweets were in the wrong order. What it was is he missed an opportunity, and then it came through for him, and it worked out, or something like that. But I got the news, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I figured out it reverted back to showing me top tweets. And so people had reacted to the dismay, and it just, I don't know. So it was just all sort of... Seriously, should I just go end them? They're gonna keep coming, aren't they? It's a really good way. I like that. And then when it comes to Discord, what I like to do is I pick 1 or 2 channels and turn notifications on for like all messages and monitor just those ones. So like Naku's server, I have his general chat and his announcements, but he's announced 3 things total. You need some notifications. You're fed. You have a phone completely. Oddly, if I go to bed and I put out my message of like, oh, tonight was a lit night, everybody was great, you know, you people are awesome, and then I just close Twitter, I'll wake up in the morning to a message that like Jambo liked a photo and it'll be somebody's wedding photo, and I'm like, I mean, I follow Jambo, but I don't know this person she likes, and Twitter will be like, hey, by the way, I'm a kitty cat you haven't given a treat to in a little while. So for some reason, it's still, you know, it's not like, hey, none of the people that follow you did anything cool overnight, but just so you know, somebody that you follow did. And so it finds a way to rope me back in. Maybe because I have absolutely no notifications on. Like, probably once every 2 weeks, it's like, hey, you should add some more people because you're a lonely ass and you don't follow enough folk. And I'm just like, Twitter, piss off. I'm fine. You're not solving any problems right now. So it's kind of wiggy that way. I don't really know if it does it on purpose or what its deal is, but I fell into a really good pattern with both Twitter and Discord. Discord sucked though for a bit because I didn't really until I figured out how to turn on just a couple of notifications. I had every server silent. And so I would show up and I would just go channel, 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 channel. And I realized if I just go in and I turn notifications on for the channels I care about and I ignore the rest of the Discord server, then I do so much better. Just kind of like, I don't know, I guess technology's here to help, and I forget that very easily, that it should be doing stuff for us. Oh, I guess I need way more than this. I need way more because I'm gonna do like, yeah, a bunch of those guys. There we go. You follow 560 people, but only have notifications for like 10 or 15. I follow 70-ish people. But a bunch of those are also companies. That for various reasons I follow them. For news for the most part. That's one of my favorite reasons for following people on Twitter. Even though I like to shitpost. I like Twitter for the potential notifications. That's not too shabby. Okay, we're just gonna cut this off like here, I think. I guess we're probably gonna nuke all of this underneath as well. And we'll, oh, I don't have a, I don't have a shovel. There's no shovel. Notifications are mainly for streamers. That's pretty cool. I tested it out for a short while. I turned on notifications for both Logan and Parker. But I found that I wanted to, I don't know, I like the scrolling through and seeing them as they kind of come up. So I had to, I don't know, I guess that's my little buggy way of doing stuff is I need to have that level of control over what I see. And I switched it to doing Discord notifications instead. But I think that's it as well. For most of the streamers that I'm invested decently in, I'm also part of their Discord. So I've got Naku's, Logan's, Parker's. Trex is part of a team Discord, doesn't have one of his own. Kai, I've got his Discord. So I've got a couple of good streamers that I've followed for that I've got their Discord up as well. And I find that I like Twitter for notifications, but I like that Discord is less transient. So like a Discord news will last a lot longer. Like it sticks around longer. You can see it longer. Things will get buried in Twitter. Like if I get sick, more so than I did just recently. I'll have a harder time following up on Twitter than on Discord. Bunch of Discord servers and only notifications for 4. I am unbelievably happy that anybody has notifications on for my Discord server. The first time that somebody responded to something I posted in Discord, like the moment I posted it, I almost fell over. Yeah, I was gonna guess that you have. I think I've got now, there's maybe 5 people that have notifications on, and I'm like, you guys make it. You guys make the magic happen for this. This is just awesome. I absolutely love that we can post some sort of terrific friggin' meme content or some news or something, and we've got some awesome folk that are willing to pitch in and hang out and stuff like that. Like this is coming together to be a really nice community. I'm gonna do every other. I think that's not too bad. Oh, I have to get more fence for this. So yeah, thank you very much for being part of our terrific team. And I love our conversations. I think that we're awesome. I think it's great. I have yours, Parker's, mine's, and a buddy of yours on. Everyone else I check once in a while. Yeah, I've got a couple. I tried notifications on for a bunch, but it just didn't really work out. You know, I've gotta have a good flow to it. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. Oh, we do have a bit more fencing. Look at that. Yeah, and that's it. Like, the great conversation is something that I've been prizing the most out of Twitch. Like, I had some good conversations with my Spider Forum people, but as I said, it's one dimensional. There's no discernible extras that I'm getting out of it when we're all stuck behind the same media. But here, we've got some good stuff going on. Guess I need way more of those, don't I? I like that we can share, like, oh man, your jewelry collection is just great, and keep you entertained with lots of crazy stories. That is the best. That is absolutely the best. That's what we do. That's what we do. Like I mentioned before, and it probably came across as a little bit downtrodden in topic, but I am the world's greatest time suck. I can make people's time just disappear. And in some cases, it's a much needed skill. That it's actually something that is requested, if you will. But in some cases, it's not. So I love that it's something that can work out here for sure. Yeah, that's gonna come right on down to the. Oh, this is gonna go good. So I felt like that my. Oh, that one went a little too far. That my time suck abilities literally couldn't happen in the forum world like they can happen here. I don't bring to the table the same goodness to a forum. Yeah. Beautiful. Down to here. There we go. This is an okay port. Oh, actually, I got an idea. Well, I try not to suck your time because I'm your same way. Well, that's probably why we get along. That's probably why we get along. Ah, there they are. I just need 2 of them. But yeah, I find that the like-minded personality that I get along best with are the kind of people that are... Oh, that's actually a slab bit. I can't hang that from there. Do I convert that just so I can put a bit on there? Is that going to look terribly stupid if I put a block straight up under? That actually might not look too bad. for it. A little off center and all that nonsense, but who cares? There we go. There we go. But yeah, I find that like I get along with a great deal of personalities, but the kind of people that I can have like relaxing chatter, like what we're doing right now, are typically the kind of people that can also eat other people's time. I'll bring him up as an example. Adarice and I get along just great, but he's a driven personality, right? Like he's somebody that can, he's focused. He's got really good stuff. So he pops in, he says hi, and him and I get along on a bunch of good levels. But I never expect him to hang out and spend like some nights. He's ended up spending over an hour, and he keeps saying, "I gotta go," and then we end up driving the conversation. But like I said, he's a driven individual. So like, if there's a goal to the conversation, I think I could keep him here all night. But just jumping, conversation to conversation, that's not, in the same vein. He's too busy. He's got stuff to do. He doesn't have time to just dilly dally. I will dilly and dally all damn day. You can hang them off a fence post. Can you really? Like a fence post like this? I can't hang them off these guys, right? These guys here? Oh, wait a minute. I know what you're saying. Hold on. The actual item. Where is it? Because I know I can put them on those guys there. Hang them on the sides of stuff. It's like, yeah, I can hang them down like that. I'd considered putting a couple of them up. I've got a bunch more of the iron ingots now. Type post, just fence. Yeah. In my medieval realm, I've got like tons of them, and I've got them sitting on the tops of fence post bits. I'll probably convert a bunch to lanterns eventually. Running low on iron though, because they keep making tools. I should probably switch back to using stone tools for a short while. Oop. You do it on the stone fence as well. Oh, I made like a little chandelier thing out of stone fence. Like 2 of them, and then 4 of them off of that, and then you hang lanterns from it, and it looks like a chandelier. This is my old style. I call them Doom blocks. If you know, like Doom 95, it's just, to me, it looks like a Doom block. It looks like something that's just an abomination, just meant there hold light. Well, this was some okay progress. We got a nice little bit of the path taken care of. There's a ton of wheat. We've got new animals. This is awesome. Farming is happening. Because, like, literally, this is the steak from the last time that I went back and called at my house. It's been a while. Just to play the hell out of that? Yeah, that's terrific. Oh my god. What's up? I can't quite reach the spot of my leg that is itchy. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, DT. Chat. This has been an awesome night. And I'm still not feeling absolute best. I don't have the issue where I don't reach out to people and I think they don't want to talk, but I just don't want to bother people. Definitely let me know. You can DM me anytime. We've had some great conversations. I don't reach out. It almost seems like the same sort of thing. But like I really want to have 48 hours in my day. I really want to. Lately, there's just not enough time in the day to get it all done. But I always like to take a little bit to say hi. I keep my notifications on my phone anyway. I fight between, if Discord's on my PC, sometimes the notification happens there instead. It's really not good. Oh yeah, not sleeping very much helps. That adds way more time to my day. Thankfully, I get the occasional nap. I am fortunate enough to get the occasional nap. The UI is very lacking for not showing us what our song title is. It's okay. I think our lack of notifications is going to be okay on the screen. Hold on. So let's see if we've got a raid target for now. You sleep 2 to 4 hours a night when you sleep? I'm about 4 to 6. Roughly. Gets me about the best. Let's see, we got Mind Melt Gaming. We've got Island Corbin. Morgrim Crow. Oh, Crow hasn't been on in ages. Oh, Alpha Ruse is on some Outlast. That's not bad. That's not bad. Who should we go visit? We've got Crow on Dark Souls. Ruse on Outlast. Oh, Sage. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Have you an excellent, excellent night. Outlast. I'm trying to remember what that game is. I'm going to go see what Ruse is doing up here. Hold on. I really like the amount of love that Ruse brings. Oh, yes. This is a horror game. Yes. Ruse is actually playing a horror game. He looks scared, too. He looks scared. Yeah. Good night, Sage. Good night. We're going to go raid my buddy, Alpha Ruse. Because I love the love that he brings. And the other day, I saw somebody that I know through one community in his mentions in Twitter. And I was like, no kidding. Corvoda and Ruse know each other. And I thought that was just awesome. So I definitely want to jump on in and say hi. Let's go raid some Ruse. Probably doing BioShock if we're playing tomorrow. We're gonna do another BioShock night. I wanted to play tonight with music, but we always have music night off for story games. No one can link me in Twitter. That's awesome. That's very true. That is very true. You should make a personal account so you know you can have all the memes thrown at you in the Twitterverse. All right. So BioShock likely tomorrow if I'm streaming. If this nose will let me do so. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Let's go say hi to the Ruse. Let's go bring him the love. Make him do like squats and shit. This is what Discord is for. That's very true. I'm probably going to put up a notification channel eventually. We'll see. We'll see. Peace. Thanks, guys.